At this stage, you can see that our standby database was created successfully. The next step is to send and apply logs. Now, first of all, you're going to send the archive logs from the primary server by issuing Dbvisit -d and then your DDC name. So it's going to pick up the archive logs on the primary. If there wasn't, it will perform a log switch and then it will transfer it over. To apply these archive logs, we need to run the same command on the standby side, and this will apply everything. And to make sure that my configuration is nicely in sync, we run what we call a log gap report. So it's got the -i in the end, and we run this on the primary again. So you can see there's 0 gap. We are happy, everything is nicely in sync. Now we're going to play around on the standby database a bit. We first want to open the standby database in read-only mode. So we'll do that by making use of the -o and open. So remember, you're doing this on your standby database or your standby server. So what it will do is it will open it in read-only mode. People will do queries, do some tests, and then you want to put it back into recovery mode. So then you will just say restart, and it will take it out of read-only mode and put it back into recovery mode. And just to make 100% sure, you can even say status, and it will confirm. So that is a bit of the operations you can carry out on the standby database. Now I want to go back to the primary, as there's a couple of other commands we can make use of. The next one I want to show you is the sync command. Say for example, you've lost some archive logs, your standby database is not in sync. Those archive logs are not in the backup, it's not on tape, you can find it nowhere, and that means you've got a gap now and there's no way that you can recover from that. Mostly people think that they will have to recreate their standby database, which is not the case. You can make use of the following command, and what it will do is it will take an incremental backup of your primary database and it will apply it onto the standby as from a certain SCN, and it will roll forward. So if you have a look, it's going to ask a few questions. Yes, we want to continue. I'm going to say, are you sure that you want to take the backup from that SCN? Yes. No, I don't want to make use of transportable media. Yes, you can use the same location of both sides for the incremental backup. It then goes, it deletes any pre-existing incremental backups, creates a new one. It recreates the standby control file. It obviously needs to transfer the backup to the standby server and restore the standby control file on the standby database. And as you can see, our synchronization was successful. Okay, the next command we want to look at is the graceful switchover. So this is where you do role reversal, and that is also not a difficult one to run. So it's going to be your executable -d, your DDC -o, and you're going to say switch over. Let's hit enter, and it starts straight away doing some pre-check checks, and it takes you through the process of what it does during the switch over process. And there you can see the graceful switch over has completed successfully.